Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving 2020, 2020 edition. Hope you're well. Enjoying a bowl of LJ Peretti's Thanksgiving Day from 2019. I've got some 2020 in there. I might compare it and see if age did anything. Really, with aromatic, it probably won't do a lot. But this is a Burley Virginia blend. Really nice. Burleys are nice and nutty and molasses-y. And the Virginias are nice citrusy kind of flavor. Get a nice fruit flavor. I don't pick up the anisette that people say is in it, but hey, you don't get every note. Just the way it works sometimes. Enjoyed a cup of coffee, Melakaliki Mocha from Hawaiian Coffee Company. It's a good Christmas, good Thanksgiving blend. Some really good cinnamon, almost nutmeg, almost tastes like pumpkin pie spice with mocha. Enjoying my Rattray's Morta with the LJ Peretti. Grab my little pumpkin tamper. It's still the season, I guess. Having a few mimosas too. So Mrs. Buckeye and I are going to enjoy our day. So be right back. Hit my damn music. I'm back. As you can see, I'm rocking in my little outdoor rocking chair. I love this thing. See the trees behind me. Birds are out. Turkey's brining still. We put it on to brine last night. We're going to get, Mrs. Buckeye knows we don't eat a lot of stuff, but we freeze a lot of stuff. But she knows I like to cook turkey, a whole turkey, just for fun on Thanksgiving. She had bought a turkey breast. That's what we were going to have. But I'm going to throw them both on the big green egg. She asked I didn't smoke them too much smoke this year. I mean, it'll get a little smoke from the charcoal. So we'll follow her wishes this year. Not hard to do. They'll still be really good on the egg. Cooks like a champion. So we'll get those going here in a little bit. No rush. But Thanksgiving, one of my favorite times of the year. Outside of Halloween, I really enjoy Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving reminds me just of family and home. I always remember being at my grandma's and gathering around the table. And heck, when we had a huge gathering, there was a kids' table too. It sucked if you got put at the kids' table. You didn't want to be over there. You wanted to be with the adults. It was a big deal if you got to move up from the kids' table to the adult table. But, man, those were times. Turkey and green bean casserole, which we'll have both today, and sweet potatoes, we'll have that today as well. Oyster dressing, one of my favorites. My Aunt Ruth Ann makes a great oyster dressing. My grandma does as well, or did. Love that oyster dressing. But it was always one of my favorite time of year because family would come in, we'd gather around the table, and just fellowship and talk and enjoy and have food. And then we'd sit and watch football, or a lot of people would sleep. The older generation would sleep. And as the younger generation got older and became more partiers, we would sometimes sleep because we were sleeping the previous night off. A lot of times, and I don't know if folks know this, the day before Thanksgiving is the second biggest party day in the United States. Only pales in comparison behind New Year's Eve. And that's because a lot of people travel, they get together, and that's their one day to let their hair down. Anyhow, good times. So Thanksgiving 2020, it's going to be nice. Mrs. Buck and I are relaxed. We both have to work tomorrow. She has to work Saturday. We'll have some friends coming over Saturday for a bonfire. That'll be fun. Pipes, cigars, whiskey. Thanksgiving Day is pretty good. The blend's pretty good. I really get the Nutty Burleys. They really shine in this, in my opinion. The Virginias are there too. They got a nice grassy citrus, which is really nice. It's good quality tobacco. I think they've made this blend every year since 1936. Obviously, only comes out at Thanksgiving. So if you missed it, it's gone. See you next year. But I think I'll dedicate this blend to today. It's appropriate, it feels like. So anyhow, folks, other than that, man, there's not a lot going on. Got a shot in my knee yesterday. Still don't know if the meniscus is torn or not. We'll find out. When I tore the one in the left knee, I knew, because I was out chasing the dogs when we lived in Michigan, and I went to make a sharp cut, and I felt and heard the pop. And then I couldn't walk at all. This one I didn't feel or hear a pop. Now it pops when I'm walking around work or something. It'll pop. I think it popped 3 times on Monday. So it will do some popping on me. But, I don't recall it being an injury. So hopefully this shot of cortisone will do the trick. It feels better today. But we'll see. Go back in 4 weeks and see if it did the trick or not. Outside of that, man, it's just work and school. A couple more weeks left in this term, and then I'll be 25% done with my MBA. Yeah. That'll be great. And it's going pretty well. So I'm looking forward to that. Still take a couple years to finish because I'm not a psychotic person and I'm not doubling up classes. There's too much. We like to do stuff too much. It already ties me to, one class already ties me down 10 to 12 hours a week. So if I added another class, it would destroy the entire weekend and camping and anything else we wanted to do. And I'm just not gonna do that. Would love to have it done sooner, but I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not gonna take away from family time. Mimosas are good. It's a good Thanksgiving Day drink. Anyhow, folks, if you get a chance, I'll close with this. My favorite clip of Thanksgiving, WKRP in Cincinnati when they did the turkey drop. And, the best line in that clip, in my opinion, well, there's 2 of them. One is when Les Nessman was talking about, it's like the turkeys were organizing. And it's just hilarious. And then I can never remember the other guy's name, but he comes back out after he did the promo, and he says, God is my witness. I thought turkeys could fly. Just a classic. I put it on my Facebook every year. Pops up in the memories every year. Just so Thanksgiving-y. Takes me back to a simpler time. A better time, my opinion. Now we just have our nose in our phones and on our social media, and we don't sit outside and enjoy the nice day and the trees behind me. The fresh air polluted with my pipe smoke. I don't know if you can see the big green egg. Yep, there it is, sticking right up there. There's a great egg. We'll get that cover off in a minute. Get her set up. Let her eat. She's a beast. If you don't have a big green egg, get one. I will tell you they are totally worth it. Just do not tell your wife what you paid for it. That one came, we bought that egg and got a free house with it. Sold the house and got to keep the egg, so that was an expensive egg. Anyhow, folks, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving. Be safe today. Enjoy your family. Tomorrow's never promised, so, don't be stupid and rushing out and doing craziness, but don't panic and stay sheltered up either. Reach out to a neighbor, maybe that's a shut-in. If you got a little extra piece of turkey and some dressing, maybe run that next door, see if they want a bite to eat. And as Curmudgeon says, be thankful for what you have. And today is that day to be thankful for all we have, even in the midst of this pandemic and all the stupidness in the world, and elections and fighting and divisiveness. We still all have a lot to be thankful for. We still live in the best country in the world. We still have freedoms that other people do not have. We still have opportunities that other people just do not have. And yet I fear and feel we take that all for granted sometimes. We as Americans have our hand out for something more. And I would tell you, there are millions of people in this world that would change place with any one of us today. And they take all of our problems, because all of our problems that we have pale in comparison to the problems they may be facing. I'm a firm believer in that. As bad as things may get, there's always people out there in a lot worse shape. Happy Thanksgiving, folks. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of my life, even though it's just virtual. I appreciate the comments, the feedback, and the friendships. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll catch you later today.